Hi YouTube, Engineer Boy 100. In my previous video, we went through the steps of how to build this tumbler. In this video, I'm going to show you how it works. Stay tuned. So let me give you a quick walk around of what the design includes. I decided to put a timer on this system so that I could set it, let the tumbler turn for however much time I need for the parts that I need to smooth out, and then have it turn off on its own while I'm doing something else and not have it over smooth the parts. I also have a motor with a gear down little transmission on it. I'll show you that in the back. So here's the motor I selected. It's got like 1/10 of a horsepower, but it has a little transmission bolted to the front of it. If you see, I'll get a little bit closer so you can actually see that little square box bolted to the front of the motor. And that gives it a lot more torque, and it slows it down and gives me a lot more control. And it comes with a little control unit for varying the speed, and I'll show you that now. So here's the little speed control varying speed unit that came with the motor. So it's a really nice little setup. It has an on-off switch and it has a speed control dial, which is very handy. So here's the completed unit. It has a 15-gallon barrel, and I needed that size for a project I'm working on. And it's very expensive to try and purchase any kind of tumbler with that kind of capacity. So for like 300 bucks, I went ahead and made one myself. Now let's go ahead and get some parts, fill it up with the resin. We're going to go with the green for aluminum. We're tumbling aluminum parts. And let's see the before and after of what it looks like when you tumble some parts with a homemade tumbler. Okay, I went around the shop and grabbed a couple of crates of parts that we're going to be taking over for welding soon. But before we take them over, we need to get rid of a lot of these rough edges. As you can see, there's a lot of burrs and sharp edges, and we don't want to cut hands and nick fingers while we work with these to get them all welded up. So we're going to tumble them in this barrel, and we're going to add some green resin for aluminum. Here's several bags of this, and I'm going to add a half a gallon of water and a half a teaspoon of Dawn. So let's get the barrel open, load it up, get it turning. I'm going to turn it for like 15 minutes at a time and then check the parts and establish how long they should tumble ideally for the best finish. And then from then on, we'll just set the timer in the future and let it rip. So let's get started. I'm just going to add 1 squirt of Dawn, that's it, and add the water. Alright, so we have 3 different sizes of square tubing here, so let's just go ahead and do 10 of each size. That's 3. 10 of each size and see how they turn out. I'm going to give her 6 of these, 4 more, and 10 of these. It gets pretty heavy too, so you got to take that into account. 10 of these. Alright, let's button her up, put her on the machine, and let her go for 15 minutes. We'll set the timer for 15 minutes. Turn on the power. And adjust the speed. So here's the first run of 15 minutes. Here's the first two. Here's the before. You can see there's burrs here. Hasn't been turned. And this is the one after 15 minutes. And it's almost good enough. I almost like it. So I'm thinking anywhere from 20 to 25 minutes should be enough on the timer. Let's look at this other set. So here's your before with a lot of burring. This is what it looks like going in, and here's after, and a little tiny bit here still. So I'm thinking 20 minutes, 30 minutes, anywhere in there. I can set it for 30 minutes and be safe not to overdo it, and then, you know, it'll turn itself off, and I'd be happy with it. So there you go. If you want to make your own tumbler at home, you can do it. I think the motor needs to be a little bit stronger, so I wouldn't go out and get the exact same motor I got. I think I'm going to double up on my power. That's just a heads up. I had to lighten up on the pieces to get it to turn, so I'm going to get a stronger motor. But other than that, everything works great. The parts look great, and thank you for watching. Have a nice day.